Deacon, you were talking about preparing kids for marriage and stuff. What would you say if it was like your niece or nephew? You know they don't go to church, they have a baby, and they want to get it baptized, but they'll never show up again. I mean, what would be your conversation?
Yeah, see, the only reason they want to do baptism is a ritual baptism. For them, baptism is like, oh, it's Uncle Jerry's turn to be a godparent. But the baptism is just ritual for them. It's like people who don't go to church and show up at Christmas. Oh, why are you here? You don't go to church. Why are you here at Christmas? Oh, when I was young, I remember watching the beautiful tree and the decorations in the church. Oh, the incense, when Father did the incense, and it just brought me back to my childhood. They're not there for Jesus. They're there for show. You know? But then again, you don't want to withhold baptism from the child. I mean, it's a difficult situation in that you don't want to hold the grace of baptism from that child, because with that grace of God, you know how God is going to work in that child's life, despite the parents. How God can work in that child's life. At the same time, you know that when the priest or the deacon is doing the baptism and they ask those promises to the parents, you know the parents ain't going to keep it. They're just there for show, you know. So that's a difficult thing. I think the big question is it better not to baptize a child and then they grow up with nothing, or have them baptize a child and you know they won't get any catechesis, but guess what? You're in their life. And maybe you could be that catalyst and that spark of the Holy Spirit in that child's life when the parents are not. You know, so I say give them the grace, and then allow people like yourself and other people like you and the community to help form and shape that child. So that's what I would say.